Hello, I'm Hannah, and this is Hannah's Books. Those of you who've seen some of my recent videos, and those of you who have noticed that there really haven't been many recent videos, already know that my family has had a pretty complicated summer. Yes, we have had moments full of sadness, but we've also had moments full of joy. And today I want to share one of the latter. For those of you who follow me on Facebook, where I usually talk only about personal stuff, not bookish stuff, you've already heard this news, but I want to share it with all of you. In a recent video, I mentioned that after my husband and I were admitted together to the hospital, but before his craniotomy, we created a little writing retreat for ourselves. I've been calling it the National Institutes of Health Writers in Residency Program. For the last 9 months, the two of us have been planning and writing a joint memoir about our experiences with the healthcare system over the course of our relationship. While we were at NIH, we finished fleshing out our proposed chapter outline. While David has published widely in medical journals, and I've written 2 academic history books, we've been envisioning a different path for our memoir, hoping it might appeal to a broader readership. Trying to publish with traditional commercial presses, though, seemed like an overwhelming process, since publishers don't usually negotiate directly with authors. Step 1 is to query literary agents. From my investigations into the process, it seems that most new authors send out their request to dozens and dozens of agents, then wait months and months to hear anything back. Some mainstream agents seem to receive as many as 100 pitches per day. Not surprisingly, they are often so busy helping their current clients that they don't even write back to queries they don't want to pursue. Therefore, the most typical response to a query is silence. The percentage of submissions that get any response at all is fairly small, and the number of authors actually offered representation is tiny. Knowing the process might take a long time, and realizing that my husband David may have far less time than we would like, we focused on finishing our proposal a bit earlier than we might have otherwise. We included an overview, our biographies, a chapter outline, and a couple of sample chapters with a discussion of comparable titles. We then sent out query letters to a small handful of our dream literary agents, offering to send them the full proposals if they were interested. And we already had a list of many other agents to contact if or when we didn't hear back. Amazingly, we heard back quickly from those dream agents. In fact, 2 nights after David's surgery, I spoke to one of them on the phone from the hospital. After we arrived home, David and I had a more extensive Zoom conversation with her, and we decided to accept her offer of representation. She and her assistant have spent the last few weeks with us polishing up our proposal, which they plan to share with publishers this fall. Going out on submission in no way guarantees that a book will be accepted by mainstream publishers and actually get a contract. I've seen numbers that suggest anything from 10% to maybe 75% of books are picked up. Keep your fingers crossed for us. In the coming days, I'll have just a bit more writing news to share with you. And I also want to talk with you about some of the healthcare memoirs and grief memoirs that I've been reading over the last many months. It's a really fascinating process to read widely in a genre you think you're going to start writing in. I never thought about that when I was reading academic history, although of course it was true then as well. Okay, that is really all for this video, just sharing some exciting news, as well as the fact that while we've made a big step, there is absolutely no guarantee that publishers will want to pick up our manuscript. And of course, while David and I have done a lot of planning and have polished a couple of draft chapters, the hardest thing ahead of us is not getting a publisher, but actually finishing our book. Given the sad news I've been sharing lately, though, I wanted to let you know about our celebrations as well. Thanks for indulging me. See you soon here on Hannah's Books.